Hey guys, I can't talk a lot because my dad's in the house, and yeah. Anyways, the music might get louder, so I decided to make like a no, not make, but to like find a new book, like a new Wattpad book, story, fanfic, because the other one, the ones with one shots, like it finished the one shots and there was no good one shots. So the one I'm gonna read now is Unexpected Lover, Blood Moon, X YM. Weird. And like the description down here, it says, you managed to leave your abusive home without a scratch visible. You make your way to your friend's house to settle in, and she offers you a job at her work, the Mega Pizzaplex. You make your way to the lobby, but something catches your eye. Was it your imagination, or did you see a red figure move around the corner? Unexpected. I already know the title. Never mind. And the story, Havoc, was by Foxy Litty 54. So I'm gonna read chapter 1 and skip the authors now, because I don't feel like reading that much. Because my day is slowly ticking by. It is 7:04 and I'm slowly getting late on my whole thing. Anyways, chapter 1, A New Beginning. For people who don't want to learn about wine, for 4 chapters, skip to chapter 5. It will give you quick info about the previous episode, the chapters, and you can get right to the story. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I don't want to read the whole thing. So, I'm gonna go to chapter 5. First day. Yay. For people that skip Ryan's intro, hello, you didn't miss much, so I will quickly tell you, and you can get right into the story. You ran away from your abusive home and now live with your friend that secretly gave you a daycare job. Now into the story. Beep 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 was the first thing you heard from under the covers. You open your eyes, relieving a dark room with a blurring light coming from your phone screen. Enticing that the alarm was going off. You threw the covers off your body and sit up, rubbing your sleepy eyes. You slowly make your way out of the you slowly make your way out of the bed and into the bathroom for a nice hot shower to make up to. You finish the shower feeling slightly tensed. Which was fair, since you started your job and shit. What's the time? You turn to your nightstand, holding the towel around your body close. You open your phone to notice the time was 4:34. Now, and you had a 10-minute or so shower. You looked around till you noticed a pile of what looks like to be a uniform on the chair. You walked up to it, noticing something on top of the clothes, but it's way too dark to see what exactly it is. You turn on your flashlight from your phone and notice a sticky note reading, "Here's your uniform, I'll be by the front desk." You pick up the uniform, noticing the name tag with YN written on it. With bubbly letters, you turn to see the proper uniform and notice a slightly pastel yellow dress shirt with a pastel blue for the jeans. You quickly jumped in the clothes, running to grab some essential items, being phone, book to read in case you get bored, headphones, pens, and a water bottle. You throw all your items in a small backpack and walk out the front door. You turn on your maps and follow the directions. Luckily, it was only a 10-minute walk from Evan's house. Evans means your friend's house, your friend's name. You open the large door to the grand desk of the pizza place. Neon signs on the walls, while fake trees are scattered across the corners. You walk forward to notice a figure sitting on a desk. You assumed it is FN, so you start to walk towards her. On your way to her, you seem to notice a hint of red in the corner of your eye, moving around a corner. You turn to where you saw the red spot, but nothing seemed to match its color. Weird. Hey, Wyatt. Oh, the uniform looks amazing on you. Come on, follow me. I'll lead you to your new job. Evan jumps off the desk and embraces you with a huge hug. Only for her to lead you up some stairs to a dingy garage-looking door. Oh, don't judge the door by its cover. A few more steps and you'll see its true beauty. I gotta go now. Check up on the animatronics and what no good luck. And call me if your walkie-talkie and call me on your walkie-talkie if you need a hand. See ya. FN runs off and you follow her figure getting further and further till it's no longer in sight. You take a breath and walk through the door to notice a giant statue of an animatronic. It seemed to have similars to the sun, but with a creepy smile and a jester-looking clothes. You look behind it to notice another statue, so you walked around. You then lay your eyes on the moon animatronic. It seemed to wear a nightcap and have claws. This is the daycare, right? You ignore the claws and look at the main attraction. Through the net, you notice 3 jungle gyms and that were massive. Your inner child was screaming. You look around for the entry to notice a slide that read, "Slide into fun." If that was a ticket to get kidnapped, you were dead. You slid right down, completely forgetting about the statues. So this is a Blood Moon X listener or Wyan, if you prefer to say that, because of the book, the fanfic, and I'm gonna read chapter 2, cause why not? Who's gonna stop me? And then I'm actually cause I don't have to wait for the commercial overs. Take it away with, and yeah, let's get to chapter 2. Tiny warning: mentions of suicide, not actual suicide, just a word and something about it. You seem to have landed in a ball pit, given the fact that there were multiple colored balls. All were kept behind a small castle wall. You walk forward a bit, looking around, taking in the amount of decorations that they added to make this daycare more friendlier to kids. You walk forward till you're almost out of the ball pit until, ho ho ho, that sounded like it was coming from above. You quickly look up to notice a sun head picking out of a curtain. Alright, the statues. How could I forget? You keep your eyes locked into what seems to be its eyes. but instead they were replaced with just white circles. You started to walk out of the ball pit with your gaze locked still on the animatronic. You started to take a few steps. That's fine, a little more. Okay, that's a bit too close to the edge of the balcony. Oh god, last thing you remember seeing it doing was diving head on into the ball pit. Your first reaction was grabbing the walkie-talkie, about to tell Effin that the animatronic just committed suicide, until a cold hand grabs your own. You look up to the owner to notice the same sun animatronic up close. God, it was terrifying, to the point where you started to shake. It seemed to notice your distress, as it dropped your hand and backed up. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to cause distress, new friend. It just looked as though you thought I broke myself, leaping into that ball pit. It seemed to be joyful of you, and it was easy to notice. Oh, it's fine. I'm just not too good with animatronics. It seemed to think about your statement, then giving you a thumbs up, and going off to clean up the space. You looked down embarrassed of your mistake. You probably looked dumb, almost calling effing, because you thought the animatronic, which seemed to do that every day, dive headfirst into the ball pit. You sigh and head over to the desk to log in. Time skip. The sound of children screaming of joy could be heard pretty much everywhere. You were honestly not having it. You just wanted to scream at the kids to shut up, but you knew you couldn't, as the kids didn't know any better. You decided that it was best to just drain the sound of children out with some music. You reached down into your bag and grabbed your headphones and your trusty sketchbook. You played your favorite playlist and went with your hand. You managed to look up from your gaze and noticed Sun was watching you deeply. You awkwardly smiled at him, which he greatly returned. If he could at least, his smile would be bigger. You returned your focus to your paper and decided to draw something in front of you, which was no other than Sun. You weren't upset with this idea, so you started to sketch out his body, then adding his finger details, his finer details. You looked at your masterpiece and to Sun. It wasn't perfect, but it was probably better than the kids. No, it was definitely better than the kids. Now, what was the best way to get him over? I'm reading another chapter because this one is good, and I want to get to the blending part. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna finish chapter 7. Remember, I started at chapter 5, and now I'm gonna end at chapter 7, which means I read 3 chapters by then. I read 2 chapters, but now I'm gonna read 3. So, I'm gonna read chapter 7. It's better this way, so, yeah. You decided it was best to leave it for later, as Sun seemed to be having trouble with some kids eating glue. You ignore the children, practically giving themselves poison, and return to your sketchbook. Now, just drawing some grunge art styles. After a while, you got pretty bored, so you closed your sketchbook, shifting it to the side of the desk. You take off your headphones just to hear actual noise around you. You listen deep into your surroundings, kids screaming of joy, the main band playing off in the distance, and Son having a puppet show. And Son having a puppet show? You opened your eyes and looked over at Son, which of course was making a puppet show for the little ones. Then a question dawned on you. Is there a nap time? Don't kids need sleep? You suspected Son might know something about nap time, but he seemed awfully busy, so that was another thing on the list to tell him about. But felt like a year. The last kid was shipped off to their parents, filled with kisses and hugs before vanishing behind a corner. You watched it all before they were out of sight, and remembered the question you were gonna ask Son. Hey Son, what's up, Brent? He said, perking up from behind the play structure, and started to walk over. Well, I was wondering if you guys have nap time. I know kids get tired after a while. Oh, no. That would mean the lights would have to go off. You were stunned by his loudness, but didn't seem to notice the stress in his voice box. I mean, yeah, what's wrong with that? That's when it clicked together. The other statue must come out when the lights are off. But why is that a problem? Yeah, I know about the other daycare attendant, but what's wrong with him coming out? Well, friend, he hasn't been in the greatest mood for a while. Son seemed to go quiet at the end, but you managed to catch it. It's better when the lights are on, friend. It's better this way now. I need a clean, he said, seeming to ignore the subject you were both talking about, as she skipped away to clean up some grubby kid's mess. Okay, this is so good. I can't stop reading, so I'm gonna read chapter 8, and that's it. Chapter 8, that's all. Okay, this one is chapter 8, Lights Out. Tiny warning, choking. You sat at your chair behind the desk for what felt like 4 hours, but in reality it's been 4 minutes. You look up to see the lights, noticing one having a slight seizure going off, but quickly going back on. You look back to Son, who doesn't seem to notice the light, as he was picking up some stuffed toys. You turn back to the light, and it suddenly went off. And the next thing, and the next light, and then the next. I don't want to say this because it might embarrass me, because my friend just saw my account on my phone, so she might see this, and I don't want her to humiliate me in class. But I'm gonna do it for you guys, so. Oh, no. Why would you do that? Son said as he started to scream in agony. What was he hiding? Son, that wasn't me, I swear. It turned off by a faulty light. But it was too late. The last light that was on finally turned off, leaving the daycare pitch black. Your instincts on survival kicked in, and you ran over to the large doors leading into the rest of the pizza place. You grabbed the doorknob before realizing that it was locked. Great, just great. You were stuck in a daycare with the other daycare attendant, who didn't seem so nice by Son's warning. Your breathing started to get heavy while your body was shaking like crazy. You noticed a dim light slowly moving towards you. Wait. Not slow. Really bloody fast. You quickly dodged whatever it was that was trying to keep on you. You hear a groan before a cackle could be heard coming from the monster. Well, well, well. Look what the moon caught. Aw, all scared are we? The thing said in a sing-like tone. Your eyes were starting to get used to in the darkness, and you were managed to make out what the thing looked like. He seemed pretty tall, but it was hard. As it looked as though he was crouching in front of you. You looked at his details next. He seemed to look exactly like the sun, but a little bit more like a night starry theme, which would make sense if he came out at night. His name is Moon, but what he said. His eyes were like drowning in a bloody ocean. You were gonna say something back to his taunt before he grabbed your neck, roughly choking you. Think our game has come to an end, don't you? He said as he slowly lifted you up. You began to kick the air, hoping to somehow manage to kick him. Thankfully, you managed to hear a clank, meaning you hit him. He gets pushed off you as you fall to the ground. You get up, catching your breath before you go to the door. This time, you try the second door, and whoopie-doo, it opened. You quickly dashed out, locking it behind you with a key. You can hear Moon yell your name and start banging on the door. You really needed to leave before you got out. You started walking away from the daycare, slowly making your way to Monty's golf. Monty and you had a close bond when you were quite little. You started to jog now, as you had an uneasy feeling that you had eyes on you. You definitely didn't want to know whose eyes they belonged to. Okay, I'm reading 2 chapters more, cause I can't. I'm trying to find blood moon for you guys, cause this is a blood moon one, so why wouldn't I? Anyways, you slowly make your way to Gator Golf, passing security bots that didn't seem so friendly. As opening time, you made your way past a spot where you knew they were and how long it would take to get to Gator Golf from there. Your eyes start to something red, but it was awfully blurry to see the figure. I can't read again. Is someone there? You asked to the figure. He seemed to turn his head to the side, only to be brought back up. You took that as a time to skedaddle before it skedaddles towards you. You make your way closer to Gator Golf, but you knew you weren't alone. You didn't want to turn around, but you knew that the same figure was most definitely behind you. You wanted to run to the garage door leading to the golf course, but who knew how fast this thing could run? You take your final step before finally enter Gator Golf. You always loved being here. As a kid, hanging out with your main buddy. You look around more before realizing that the red thing was no more behind you. You let out a breath before counting forward, looking for the gator himself. You managed to see a green and yellow tail in the distance, which was a good thing. You make your way closer to the tail, and you notice who it belonged to. Monty! You say as you run at him. He turns around and immediately realizing who you are. Hey, is that the rock star Ryan? he says as you launch in his open arms. It's been a while, Rockstar. How are you? You look older than when was the last time we met? He said, letting you go and crouching down to your height. I'm doing alright. I'm living with my friend. And I think last time we met we met was 10 years ago. Your age is above 16, if that's alright. That's not me saying, that was the author who's saying it. You notice he's gone quiet and you snap your hands on front of his shades to knock him out of his thoughts. Huh? Sorry, Rockstar. I must have zoned out. It's good to hear you escaped from your family. I remember all those awful things that would happen when they came for you. And Monty, please. Right, sorry, shutting up now. You chuckle as his response. When you remember that certain red thing looking at you near a dark corner, it then moves his arm up to his face and puts one finger where his lips should be. You turn back to Monty, only for him to be questioning what you were looking at. Oh, sorry, Monty. I must have zoned out. You laughed nervously. After hoping he would take it, Monty's POV. She saw something. But what? I'll trust her for now. But I need whatever she was looking out. Whatever she was looking at out of her sooner or later. Hopefully soon. Chapter 8. My throat hurts so much, I swear to Jesus Christ. Anyways, Chapter 10. A Great Sleep. I gotta breathe. God. I'm gonna see if you're back. And see ya on the next video of, I'm gonna do like a combination of of Moondrop and Sundrop, and then I'm gonna do the lunar one. So three left.